Take two on that also. Yumiki. Take two. Take two of this video. Had to restart. Battery died. Must be a reason. That's okay. Let's continue. So, another drink of coffee. It's early in the morning. So, yesterday I had a wonderful conversation with a friend that I met years ago at Tony Robbins. It was actually during crewing. She brought me in, and I worked on the newspaper for the crew, and it was such an enlightening, beautiful, wonderful experience of being able to share, being able to do that, the collaboration. And I'm always grateful for that moment, so thank you. The phone call yesterday, we've been trying to get together, and it's been my fault. Finally I called and we connected, and it was a wonderful phone call. So much enlightenment, so much stuff she showed me from outside my box. I'm truly grateful. In the conversation, a word kept coming up, and it was very fascinating. I kept hearing that word, and it's a word I've studied and looked into a lot. Additionally, in the conversation, I brought up that I was going through this course. I've been doing it for since the beginning of the year. It's called A Course in Miracles. And every day I get a new lesson from this book, and I listen to it and, ponder and think about it. I've gone through this a couple of times before, and I got stuff from it, yet I was always challenged, because in this it talks and uses the word God, Holy Spirit, and Jesus. And while I know that the book clearly says this is not religion, it's not talking about the biblical God, Jesus, and Holy Spirit, it still triggered me. And so when the opportunity came around at the beginning of the year to do this, in there it said it's going to brainwash you into a new way of thinking. And so when I saw that, I remembered, okay, I know what they're talking about. Let's try it again. It's really opened my eyes up to a whole new way of thinking. And so I presented this to my friend, and she came up with the same thing as how she was triggered by this God thing. Well, I've shared that I'm doing this course with several other people, and they all get triggered by the same thing. My friend last night says, oh, maybe I should relook at it. This morning in my Course in Miracles, as I'm listening to it, and these come, there's no order. Well, there's an order, but the way I'm listening to it, it's not planned, and I don't even know the title before I churn the audio on and start listening to it. And right out, it comes out and starts saying that word that she was bringing up in the conversation. And it was fascinating, and the word was belief. And the reason that it kept triggering me, and I say trigger in a positive way, is that I've studied a lot on this word, because I keep hearing it, and there's something so important about it, and I keep hearing people that achieve great things, they use that word, belief. And so I realize how powerful belief is. And so in this morning Course in Miracles, it starts talking about belief. And it was talking about the idea of belief and our needs. And in human terms, when we study human needs, the best one I know is the Hierarchy of Human Needs by Maslow. And it's a pyramid shape, and at the bottom, very foundation, is this idea that we need food and water, and we will do anything to get it. Man will kill, steal, anything to make sure he gets food and water. When that is taken care of, he goes to the next needs, which is shelter, warmth, and taking care of those things. And he'll go to quite lengths to get those. Next you come up with the basic needs and the friendships and the tribes. And man, he'll go for those things, but not so much. Man will, if he has the necessities, he can be a hermit and stay by himself. What I'm getting at is there's all these different needs and beliefs of what we believe we need. The very highest of Maslow's Hierarchy of Human Needs is the need of self-actualization, the need to create from what we are, our thoughts. It's why artists go crazy, because they have to create. That's the highest self-actualization. The Course in Miracles was talking about this idea of needs, and how in reality, when we realize that we are connected to all, and I won't even go into that yet. It's just the whole thing is the separation from this idea that we do have different needs and we can attain them there's different levels to attain them. To create art, man goes, oh, there's so much I can't do, and we put that need off. Well, in the Course in Miracles, it's saying there's no difference. And so for me, that was really powerful this morning, because I finally got to a point where I truly believe that all my basic needs are going to be taken care of. And they are. It's just magic how even today, what I'm going to be doing today is going to take care of my basic needs, so I don't even have to worry. And it's just so amazing. It's something I've earned. It's pretty cool. It's just the basic need that has just come in with this need of... There's the thing where it says the animals and the birds, they don't worry about where they're going to be fed. It's just, it is. And that's where I finally am. Yet to go to this higher plateau of need of, let's create this nonprofit, and where we get money coming in. I'm going to need money to create this. I all of a sudden start going, oh, how do I do that? That need is harder. It's because my belief is not as strong in these areas. I have different beliefs. And in Course in Miracles, it says, get rid of those levels of beliefs. Just believe. It's all the same. And I've even heard people say, whether you want to make $10 or $10 million, it doesn't make the difference. It's the belief that you put into it. The homeless person to get $10, it's a challenge for a whole day. For some people to make $1 million, it's just, what do I do today? And boom, they can make $1 million. It's all... I'm grateful that's the PG&E trucks going to make sure we have electricity in the morning. So I'm grateful they go by. And another one. I'm grateful for them, even though they mess up my recordings. So yeah, that's what I got out of Course in Miracles and from my friend, and what I would share is this idea of belief. It's anchoring in the belief that we can do anything, because we can believe we can't do it, or we can, and I'm talking to myself. And we can believe we can just get enough today for our food, or we believe we can create enough to create a movement. It's all in how we believe and how we work this. And so that's it for today. Yeah, this can go into I Hike for the 21. This can go into your beliefs about suicide awareness. What do you believe? What do you believe about yourself? I'm believing more and more about myself that I'm a great, amazing person. And it's feeling good. So with that, I will say Yumiki, the energy between you and me.